YouTube Nation, Maven TV, aka Me TV, aka Happy New Year, man. I'm gonna put it like this, alright? You guys, I've seen your messages, alright? And all I've seen is, Doug, when you coming back? We gotta do this. You have to do this thing. You know, look, alright, I appreciate the anticipation, alright? So I had to come back early. Even though I took the holidays off, I'll put it like this. I took off, but gamers have been working hard to the bone. This is crazy what they've been doing. So I had to come back a week early after seeing all these things and was like, wow, these guys deserve credit for what they're doing. They really do. I want to say, and we'll get to it later, I want to say thank you guys for watching the show. Thank you for sending me the information. Today's show is brought to you by one of the goriest games of this generation. That's right. Splatterhouse. Because nothing says bringing in the new year like ripping heads off. I'm just saying. But not to be confused with Splatterhouse. Alright? I want to say this due to the fact that, guys, I don't know if I've shown you this already, for TurboGrafx-16, the original, but this is what the cartridge looked like when you insert it into the TurboGrafx-16. That's what we played on back then, alright? That's what we played on. Now, I want to talk about this a little bit because the original Splatterhouse, Part 2 and Part 3, I believe, are on this original disc. Now, I mean, this new version of Splatterhouse, along with the new version of the game as well, alright? For the PS3 or Xbox 360. I'm sure you guys can also find it for the PC, but I'll talk about this for a minute. This game you can get now for about $10, $15, maybe 20 bucks max. So, even though I know a lot of people don't like the new version of Splatterhouse, the originals are on here. That's right. So for 10, 15 bucks, hey man, that's a steal for me. I know some of you guys say, you know what, I'll just emulate it. Hey, by all means, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. As far as I'm concerned, this New Year is going to be different for me. Because as far as I'm concerned, these companies have gotten out of hand. And we'll talk about it just a little bit, alright? But the gamers control this at this point. They really do. And I'm going to show you a lot of games this week that I just feel they're so great. And they're also free. It's for the PC as well. You guys know how I do. Every time I show a game that a gamer has recreated, you know it's for the PC. So I don't have to tell people that unless they're idiots. But you know what? Let's get on today's show. Because as usual, we start with EA. You know how this goes, alright? First off, for those who don't know, EA is ripping off Battlefield Play4Free users. That's right. Now, Battlefield Play4Free, understand you are paying for free, but the guns that are in the game, you can buy. That's right. You buy with real money, and those guns have an advantage. EA has said they have an advantage, but that's not all. So apparently, here's the problem. There's been so many complaints about the guns being overpowered. It's been a 146-page 3,000 post complaint. That's right, and EA has taken notice. They know since the update they put out there's been something wrong. So all those people that paid for those guns had an advantage until now. EA has decided to pull the update. Now that they pulled the update, that means they pulled the guns that people paid for. That's right. Now they go on to say, existing owners of elite and veteran weapons, aka legacy attachment owners, you're welcome, will get something in return, as we will replace your existing base weapons with new, unique +3 versions. That's right, +3 versions. It says these +3 weapons are more powerful versions of the current base weapons with slightly increased stats and can be upgraded with the full catalog of customization items. Now guys, understand this. Last I checked, I understand that they're going to try to sell you weapons or whatever because it's a free to play and they're trying to make money. I understand this. However, if you want your game to be kind of realistic, I'll put it like this: they're guns. You're using guns. So if I even have a handgun and I shoot you, it should have the same effect on you. If I shoot you in the head, it should have the same effect as a +3 weapon. I'm just saying. All right, now. Anyways, apparently the writer goes on saying it is a really strange move by EA, but if those +3 guns that they're promising, they have to be really good, because if not, there's going to be a huge backlash for people who have actually shelled out money for those weapons. Now, I need to move on, guys, alright, because for those who don't know, Activision is sending cease-and-desist orders, that's right, the Skylander hackers. Now, we all know Skylanders is pretty much Spyro the Dragon, but if you look at it, it's not Spyro, alright? I refuse to believe that that's the Spyro I grew up playing. Sorry, it just is. I'm sure a lot of people will say that too. But they know what they're doing. They're marketing it to kids. They're selling toys and all this other crap you need. You know, more peripherals. That's all it is, just like with Guitar Hero. Alright, but let's move on. So I want to talk about more hacking. Alright, for those who have Xbox, Windows Live ID, understand this. There's a new round of fraud and hacking phishing on Live going on Windows ID. Please, people, all the details are in the info bar. By all means, change your password. That's all I'm asking you to do. Change your password so that you can be protected. That's all, guys. Now, I want to move on. All right, Final Fantasy XIV. For those who don't know, all right, because we all know all the problems it had before. Right now, it is at its lowest point when it comes to having players on their game. That's right. But no, that's not all. Now, they're going to merge servers. That's right, and you all know when MMOs, when you merge servers, there's a problem, all right? You know what's going to happen. They're merging servers, but here's the thing. They're reestablishing the pay-to-play fee. So you're going to merge servers, you have a low install base, or should I say subscriber base, and you're going to put back on the fee. Square, stop. Stop, Square. You're just messing up everything. You know what? Let's keep going on. And more Final Fantasy news. Toys R Us has dropped, I won't say they dropped, they lowered, all right? The Final Fantasy XIII 2 pre-order price. That's right, all right? Or should I say drops? It just says drops in general. Guys, understand that Final Fantasy XIII 2, for those who haven't been keeping up, over in Japan, did poor, piss poor. All right, so now Toys R Us is like, okay, this may not sell when it comes over here. A lot of people are upset with Final Fantasy XIII 2. I believe there's already gameplay videos, you know, and story, you know, people have finished the story already, so you can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it and see for yourself if it's worth playing. But a lot of people have got back to me and said, you know what? After seeing the ending, I'm even more confused than what was in regular Final Fantasy XIII. So I would think that there will probably be another sequel coming out for this game. All right, I would just say now. I need to move on about more Final Fantasy XIII 2 news, because for those who don't know, the Xbox 360 is getting exclusive DLC coming to Final Fantasy XIII 2. That's right, exclusive. Now, you guys, we talked about this on the fan page a little bit, and I feel as though a lot of people probably don't know about this. You probably do, I don't know. But Avenger controllers, yeah, I know. Avenger controllers, we have to talk about this. For those who don't know, all the links are in the info bar for you guys, all right? Their PR guy trashes customers. Now, apparently he has a history of trashing customers. And when I mean trashing customers, I mean this guy went off on one customer. He was talking about how I was selling, you know, controllers when you were just a sperm in your daddy's egg, you know, and in his balls. And I mean, this guy goes off. I mean, it's just ridiculous. This is not how you treat customers. But here's the sad part. While the customer is being pretty much trashed and cursed out and everything, he never once, because, you know, he's talking about his pre-order, he never once says, you know what, I don't like the way you're treating me, I want my money back, and you won't have to ever worry about me buying your controller. Never says that. He never says that. So it's sad because, from a gamer standpoint, it shows that you're willing to be disrespected for a controller, just like we've seen customers disrespect gamers over games. Guys, you're customers. You are the hand that feeds them. If they bite you, you don't give them your money. All right, it's really that simple. You don't have to issue threats and things of that nature. We'll talk about that later. All right, all you have to do is vote with your wallet. That's all you have to do. Understand, without you, there's no business for them. I mean, but this guy goes off, and then Penny Arcade stepped in. That's right, and they asked him everything, and then he starts cursing them out, and he didn't realize who he was talking to at the time. But once he found out it was Penny Arcade, he kind of backtracked. That's right. Then he goes on to talk about how, you know, how Penny Arcade should be for the companies and not the customers. That's right. I mean, this guy he's lost it. He talks about how, you know, he can get into any place he wants to. All he's got to do is make a phone call. He can get any place, anyone, go anywhere. It's a joke. He said he may not go through the front door, but he'll go through back in the loading dock. Like, it's a joke what this guy is, all right? But apparently, this type of treatment of customers, like I said, he has a history of it, has now pissed off gamers. So what has happened? Guy responds into that because Penny Arcade released the conversation. Guy responds about how, you know, it's taken out of context. He tries to make himself look like the victim, all right? When clearly, if you read, like I said, the link is in the info bar. When you're reading the spat back and forth, this guy he's a douche. He's a douche, all right? And obviously, he has such an ego over some damn controllers. It's ridiculous, all right? But he responds in a weird way, and people, it just pisses off even more. People start getting him on his Twitter. I mean, they were just getting all over his Facebook. I mean, the gamers were getting on him. And I told you before, companies, when you treat gamers bad, when you trash them, you have hell to pay, all right? That's not all. Gamers started hacking his Facebook and started hacking his Twitter, and they start digging up information on him. That's right. We find out that this guy has problems with alleged domestic abuse. He's a member of steroid.com, and he admits doing steroids. Now he's trying to backtrack and say he doesn't. Also, once the company finds out what this PR guy is doing, they pretty much throw him under the bus. I mean, it's funny because, you know, they actually say there's not a bus big enough to throw him under. All right, so they want their passwords back, and because he has that type of authorization, I should say. He has that, but he won't give the company back what's theirs. And he says he won't give it back until they work out something, because he wants something in return. That's extortion. You can't do that, all right? So later in the update, they do say that, you know, he did comply, but it's just a joke. This guy's career is over. This guy's career is over, and it's because of the fact that he has treated gamers so bad. Gamers, I keep telling you guys, you drive this business, not the companies. And if the companies don't treat you right, then you walk away. I'll put it like this. If I walk into a store and see a customer being yelled at and trashed, and I mean in a profane way, regardless of what they've done, guess what? I'm going to think to myself, if they're treating them like that, they're going to treat me like that. I'm not coming here. You have to understand, it's the same thing with these guys, whether it's online or not. All right? I'll put it like this. Gamers run this business, and it's starting to show. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, if these companies don't want to make the games that gamers want, gamers will make the games that gamers want. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, like I just said, a gamer has stepped up and made a Batman fighting game. It is still in the alpha mode. That's right. Batman Gotham Knights.
Do you like it? The previous owner liked it too.
Once I get more news on Batman Gotham Knights, I will keep you guys informed. And I want to talk about this for a minute because I've had so much mail since, man, what, Card Saga Wars? I mean, you have to understand, guys, I get about almost 100 pieces of mail a day just for Card Saga Wars, all right? Because so many people want to play it. I've had so much mail for the Final Fantasy VII Remake I showed, the Saturday Morning RPG, the Super Time Squad. I mean, all these games that I'm showing you guys, because, you know, they're for PC, they're for free. People just keep asking about it. And this is a good thing. This is a good thing, all right? Because you guys have to understand that, like I said, they are for free. I try to always put the link in the info bar for you guys. But if not, you know, there's no link yet, I'll keep you updated. And or if in the trailer it has, you know, says, you know you can go here to go see it, you know, or, you know, to keep in contact with them so that you can stay as a fan. So I do try to keep you guys updated, but once I find out more information, I'll let you guys know. But I need to move on, all right? There is a rumor, check this out, guys, I'm sure you read in the title. NetherRealm Studios, that's right, is looking to make Killer Instinct. They're trying to make a new Killer Instinct game. Let this happen. You don't know how many people have been asking about this? Let this happen. This is the way you start off the new year. Seriously, let this happen. NetherRealm, seriously, do it right. And please, don't screw people with, you know, oh, a complete edition. Because for those who don't know, Mortal Kombat Complete Edition is just had the box art for it, all right? So all those people who bought Mortal Kombat a long time ago, you didn't get the full game. It's a joke. It's a joke. Don't screw with Killer Instinct. Just do it right. Do what the fans want, and people will be happy. All right, now let's move on. For those who don't know, Alan Wake, because you guys have been sending me a couple messages about if it's coming to PS3. No, it won't be coming to the PS3 anytime soon. Microsoft just gave Remedy the green light for a PC version. All right, now, I need to move on. Crackdown 3 also, more Microsoft news, will not be happening. They will not be making a Crackdown 3, even though I thought Crackdown 2 was hilarious, all right? And a lot of people got mad at me, you know, when I talked about it, you know, a couple months ago. Oh, Crackdown, it's stupid, it's not realistic. It's not supposed to be realistic. It's just something to laugh about. That's all it is. It's mindless fun. You guys take this way too seriously, but let's keep going, all right? King of Fighters XIII, a patch information has been revealed, so all you King of Fighters fans, by all means, check it out. Also, Choplifter HD. Remember the old Choplifter? I remember I playing it back in the day, you know, with the arcade stick. But Choplifter HD will be released on PC, PS3, and Xbox 360 next week. Now, I need to move on. Takashi's Challenge, for those who don't know, the most challenging NES game, that's right, Nintendo game, has now been translated to English. They are taking challenges. I'll put it like this, guys. The link is in the info bar if you want to try the game. I'm telling you now, it's tough. Very tough. Everything that you knew about gaming throughout the window. Rhythm, skill, just play the game for what it is, all right? Don't complain and carry on. But like I said, this is what it's about. Now, guys, I have some more news for you guys. Shenmue 3. That's right. We talked about Shenmue a couple weeks ago, last year. All right. We talked about not too long ago about it coming out. Well, Suzuki comes out and says, we can obtain the Shenmue license from Sega because we want to finish this game. Looks like it's going to happen. All right. They want to. So they want to, you know, get the license. We'll see what happens. If Sega doesn't want to do this, just give it to them. All right. We had the same thing with Capcom with Mega Man. I'll be talking about Mega Man later. But, you know, look, you don't want to make Mega Man. Give the license back to whoever, you know, the original, the Inafune. Do something, all right? Give the fans what they want, because if you give the fans what they want, they're going to buy the game. They're going to buy the game, which gives you money. I don't understand why these decisions are so tough. I don't get it. But let's move on. I have some big news for you guys. A lot of guys have been messaging me about this. Star Wars The Old Republic. You guys have been asking me to talk about this for a while. Apparently, some of the copies are missing activation keys, all right? So people who buy new aren't getting activation keys and they can't play their game. And it's sad because, you know, a lot of people have been looking forward to this. Also, we'll talk about this. Star Wars The Old Republic are banning low-level players for looting in high areas. Now, for those who don't know what the bans look like, this is what one gamer sent me. This is exactly what they said. Now, for those who cannot read what that says because the screen is too small, I'll read it for you, all right? This is what it says. And this is customer what they sent me. And, you know, they're keeping all their private information blank, so I understand. They want to keep their privacy. But this is what it says. It says, Dear Blank, it says, we are contacting you regarding your account, blank, for Star Wars The Old Republic. It says, we wish to notify you that we are sanctioning your account for violating our terms of service. It says, from an investigation on your account, we can see that your character, blank, was used to violate the terms of service on the blank server. It says specifically, this character participated in looting in high-level loot containers on Ilum. It says while being well below the recommended level for the planet. Apparently, you have to be a certain level to even be on that planet. All right, that's what it says. Now, it says by utilizing loot containers, the account was able to acquire, distribute, and obtain currency, gear, and equipment not meant to be acquired by low-level characters. And then in parentheses it says below level 40. All right. It says Ilum is intended for level 50 characters, and this is clearly communicated in the game. By ignoring these warnings, the account showed intent to exploit the game. Understand it, guys. So by being a lower level and going to a higher level area, you are exploiting the game. That's what they're saying. Let's keep going. It says, as you have violated our terms of service, we will be applying the ban on your account. We are banning your account effective immediately. Continuing to violate our terms of service may result in further action against your account up to and include permanent account closure. Now, what that means is they're only temporarily banning him. Okay, but if he keeps it up, he'll be banned permanently. All right, it says, we encourage you to familiarize yourself with our terms of service, which can be found here, and there's a little link about it, right? And it says, thank you for understanding. If you feel you have received this suspension in error, please contact us at blah, 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 whatever. Now, guys, we have to talk about this. I don't want to lose some of you guys, you know, because some of you probably haven't played MMOs. But understand the way MMOs go, you should be able to explore anywhere you want. That's how it should be, all right? Now, if you go into a high-level area and you're a low-level player, hey, that's on you. You heed the warning of, you know, hey, you can get your ass kicked. That's what's going to happen. Now, I will put it like this. For years, we have had low-level players going to high-level player areas with what we call a power leveler, which is, you know, I'll put in old RPG, you know, terms, a white mage at a higher level would be outside of your group, would go with your group to wherever you're going. You'd have your standard group fight a certain monster, but since that person isn't part of your group, they can sit back and heal your whole, your whole group, you know, your whole team while fighting that monster. The monster won't attack that person because they're engaged in battle with that group. That's what we call a power leveler. Now, we were allowed to do this in many MMOs, all right? And for EA, or should I say BioWare, to distribute and tell people that they can't go into certain areas. That's wrong. That's the whole point of MMOs, to experience new worlds. All right. Now, if you want to say, look, you're not at, I'll put it like this: if you can't go to certain events, for those I'm talking about, was it level 70? You know what I'm talking about? Final Fantasy 11? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You can only get into that event if you're level 70 because it's story driven, it's locked. But other than that, you can go wherever the hell you want. All right, but you have to be cautious, because if you walk into a level 60 area and you're level 30, guess what? If someone's training goblins or whatever monster, you're in trouble. I know they fixed that now, but still, you're in trouble. All right? That's what it comes down to. I don't have a problem with people going, and I don't want to hear that they're looting, because, as we all know, when you go into a team or whatever, and, I guess drops and they run and try to get them as fast as they can on certain games, but and also in certain, in other games, that won't happen. You get what I'm saying? So, because you're a team. It's based on, if you win within that team, that's when you actually get something. Now, I don't have a problem. If you join the team and it's all high-level players and he's a low-level player, what's the problem? What's the problem? I don't have a problem with that. It's not like he can put the gear on anyway until until he gets higher. Now, if you can, by all means, Star Wars fans, please get back to me and let me know what's going on so I know how this game works. I have not played this game. I'm going by my MMO experience, okay? But if I'm level 40 and I go into a level 60 area and I get the drop, if I'm in a team, even though I'm not really getting that much experience, and I get that drop for a level 60 boots or whatever, I can't wear them until I'm level 60 anyway. All right, so what's the problem? But I put it like this: I just think it's wrong to ban people from exploring other places. That's what an MMO is all about. That's what it is. You go to different worlds, you explore. If you can't handle the monsters, guess what? That'll teach you real quick. All right, I can't go here. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just think it's wrong. All right. To say it's an exploit, I don't think it's an exploit, because there's someone that still has to help you. You know what I mean? Like, so there's people fighting. It's all, that's what MMOs are about: getting teams together, camaraderie, and fighting for a better cause. That's what it's about. So somebody has to fight. You can't just stand around. Like I said, Star Wars fans, if I'm wrong on this, please correct me. All right? But you just can't stand around, wait for something to drop, and then say, okay, I'm going to run in and take that team's drop. You can't do that. The only thing you were allowed to run in and do at the time was camp and wait for a monster to pop. That's it. That's all you could do. But I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. God of War 4 has been confirmed by its composer. That's right, guys. So you're getting another one. And like I said, links in the info bar for that. Also, Myst, that's right, will be re-released, headed for the 3DS in March. That's right. So all you old Myst fans from the PC, it's coming back. Fire Emblem. Here's some more 3DS news. It's pretty sad. Fire Emblem will introduce paid DLC on the handheld. All right, let's keep going. Also, 3DS-wise, the Nintendo 3DS has a video telethon for charity. It's already passed, but guys, by all means, check it out. It's pretty cool. Also, Child's Play. That's right. For those who know Child's Play, you play, to raise money for charity. Child's Play has raised in 2011 $3.5 million. That's right. That means all those gamers are playing to help a cause. I'm just saying, it's amazing. Also, a call to arms, guys. The Museum Arcade Classic needs American funding. They need to raise $3,650, all right? And the money is going to getting other arcade machines. That's right. They're trying to make that museum where you can go in and play all these arcade machines. They're trying to get more, and they don't have the funding for it. And we're talking games like Tron, and I mean, yeah, they need funding. So if I'm them, as far as I'm concerned, they really do need to host some type of, because the big thing now seems to be these telethons and these 24/7 gaming, charities and things of that nature. Someone needs to put one together. All right, someone needs to. Also, Humble Bumble. We talked about this. Humble Indie Bumble. For Steam? Keys are required are $1 minimum purchase. As you know, it's for all proceeds go to charity. All right, but here's the sad part. Unhumble individuals, so-called gamers, I don't even want to call them gamers, all right? They abuse the system for the Steam giveaway. They abuse the system. It's just sickening, all right? I don't know. Look, for every positive thing that gamers are trying to do, because we're trying to get our names out of that mud that, the media tells us we're so bad, tells the rest of society that we're so bad, and we're doing all these charities, and then some people come along and exploit that. I mean, what is wrong? You abuse the system. What's wrong with you? It's for charity. You know what? Let's get back on better things, please, because gamers are doing it once again. For those who don't know, YouTuber Big Play Killer, that's right, has taken, and this is on a sports route, all right, has taken my player And he's using all the scenes from video games to talk about street life and sports and how you can learn, you know, from becoming pretty much from nothing to something, from being a knucklehead to a man. For those who have not seen this, I want to introduce you guys to Blue Chips.
Blue Chips, the most anticipated My Player series starring Caesar Benson. I was always told it doesn't matter how the ball bounces. What matters is your determination to get the ball. I was labeled as a pretty boy. They always ask me, why am I messing up my body with tattoos? The skull stands for death. I will die for what I believe in. The B stands for Benson, the father I never met. The crown stands for royalty. Every man in the land will know my name. The owl stands for wisdom, seeing the light when it's dark, as if I had eyes in the back of my head. When my teammates score, I score, and we all win.
What Big Play Killer is doing is something that we haven't seen yet. I mean, I'm sure many of us thought about doing it, but he's actually doing something. And that's what I appreciate. He's doing something. He's taking the My Player and he's expanding it to more to what that it could be. This is what I mean. This is, guys, this is something that's next level as far as I'm concerned. All right? It just is. Now, I'm sure everyone will have their criticisms of it, but he does do an episode every Thursday for it. Just to let you guys know. Now, support him. Come on, support him, guys. Show your love. Show your love. Anyways, let's keep moving, all right? Sony is mystified. Sorry, more handheld news. Sony is mystified by PS Vita glitch reports. They don't know what's going on. People are complaining left and right. I don't know. Also, here's some... I got a lot of news for you guys for the Vita. The Vita to have online passes for certain games. Yes, online pass for handheld games. Look, guys. All right, now we saw this with the PSP not too long ago with Fireteam Bravo and Mod Nation Racers. And if you bought it used, those those online passes. One was, I believe, $15. The other one was $20. Yeah, $15 and $20 or something like that. I mean, the largest was $20. That was for SOCOM. But you have to understand, guys, that these online passes are not going away, and the reason why is because gamers keep supporting it. That's why. How many times have we heard, oh, the online pass is for piracy. Oh, the online pass is to fight used games. Oh, the online pass is for this, that. And now it's starting to trickle down to the handheld systems now. People are not going to care until it affects them, personally. And I've said this many times. I'm so tired of talking about online passes. Really. Guys, it only works if you buy into it. Just saying. Also, speaking of buying into something, the PS Vita data plan. All right, now I know a lot of people were, excited for the data plan, and we saw on E3, was it the conference where they said, and it was exclusive to AT&T, and everyone was like, oh, they were like heartbroken. Well, it will cost you $25 a month to pay for the 3G service, just to let you know, $25 a month. All right, also, the PS Vita has forced firmware updates and spying. That's right. They're going to force you to update your firmware constantly because of the fact they don't want people to hack. But guess what? The Vita's already been hacked. It's been hacked. There's already retro games shown on it. I got a clip of that. But before I get started, I want to say, guys, now, I'll set this up for you guys. People have used HBL in the past will recognize the distorted sound from Sonic. So I'm telling you guys now, you may want to turn down your monitors or whatever you're watching on your TV a little bit. It is a little distorted sound. It says this is due to the incorrectly estimated cycles. It says the PSP emulator on the Vita is based off of the PSP firmware 6.60. It says this has some enforced securities with cycles. It says we might or might not fix this before the release of the Vita. Just to guys let you know, all right? So they have already hacked the Vita. They're already putting retro titles on it. Please turn down your monitors or whatever as far as you can for a second warning, and let's get into what it actually looks like. No matter how many times you try to stop piracy, it'll never stop. You have to understand that. People will emulate, because gamers know what they're doing. They will always stay 10 steps ahead of these companies. Every time you come out with a new system or some new firmware or some new technology, gamers will there's someone out there that will pick it apart. And then people will learn from it. You have to understand that. If you give people what they want, this wouldn't be a problem. Just saying, wouldn't be a problem. And for those who don't know, also the PSN firmware, or should I say the PS3 firmware update? Yeah, they set it up for the Vita where you can buy your PSP games, and you know how you can transfer from PS3 to PS Vita, but now you can't transfer it from the PS3 to your PSP anymore. That's right, they're trying to phase out what you can do with the PSP and trying to force you to buy a Vita. That's what they're doing. Anyways, guys, I want to move on. I have some Capcom news for you. That's right. Let's start off. We'll talk about Mega Man real quick, alright? Capcom is trying to reaffirm the commitment to you Mega Man fans. Oh, we're going to give you Mega Man. We're going to get, you know what? I'll put it like this. If you keep messing with Mega Man, you're going to end up going to get some douche company who doesn't know anything about Mega Man because you won't let Inafune work on it. And you know what's going to happen. And, I'll put it like this. You should know what the final product of Mega Man is going to look like if you get a company that wants to reimagine things. I'll believe it when I see it, Capcom. Also, Mega Man fans have stuff. I'll tell you, if it wasn't for Mega Man fans and the gamers, we wouldn't be getting this type of stuff. For those who don't know, Mega Man fans have modded Super Smash Bros. Brawl and added Mega Man X to it. That's right. Not only that, but now there's a new Mega Man game out, but it's actually not starring Mega Man. It's actually out of respect to Mega Man. And for those who have not seen what I'm talking about, let's talk about a little game called Roko-chan. For those who are interested in the Roko-chan game, it is a Flash game, so the link is in the info bar. It takes you right to the site, and you can play it right then and there if you're interested. Now, I want to move on because we need to talk about one Devil May Cry. Now, guys, this is just become a joke. It really is. For those who don't know, in a new interview, Ninja Theory says that they want to make Dante more human. Yeah, now mind you, they just tried to sell us on half angel, half demon. Alright, so it's 50% angel, 50% demon. So where's the human part come in? I don't understand this, all right? And then I saw a lot of, arguments about, oh, they just want to make him more personable, more likable to, to the people. Look, what do you mean more likable, more personable? It's an over-the-top game. Won't you understand? It was a fun-loving, over-the-top game. The guy ate pizza and drank strawberry shakes and just loved to kick ass. What is the problem? You're trying to take this serious route for Dante, and you're really hurting what the game is about. You really are. You're also reinforcing what gamers thought, that you don't know anything about Devil May Cry. That's what you're doing. Oh, and in an interview, they actually say that it's a rebirth. Again, it's not a parallel dimension anymore. It's a rebirth. Look, they don't know what they want to do. First, they said that, Dante was supposed to be angry at the world like most teenagers. Yeah, talk about you fans. Talk about you young fans. That's right. Like most teenagers. And then we see pictures of him being a ladies' man at, 16 with all the angels around him? Then you try to say that he's half angel, half demon, but now you want to make him more human. Then you... Guys, they don't know what they're doing. They don't. Anyone who still supports this, I mean, seriously, if you're going to support this game, fine. But understand that they're still confused on what they want to do. They don't know how to sell it to you. That's the problem. But anyways, let's keep going. Because Alex Jones comes out and says that this new Devil May Cry is squarely in competition with Bayonetta in gameplay. I'm sorry. Are you serious? Come on, man. Come on. Look, I understand they're trying to, try to push the game. I understand that they're trying to sell you this and they're trying to make this, and I played this, they're trying to walk in the footsteps of what Kamiya has done, or trying to at least be on par so that they can pretty much shut fans up, all right? But their extensive, and I played this, extensive collaboration with Capcom Japan is only 3 to 5 days a month. That's right. 3 to 5 days a month. That's some real extensive, collaboration there, Lynch Theory. I'm just saying. But let's move on, because Capcom, they don't know what they want to do these days. And we all know a lot of people are mad at Capcom. Well, now, here's some more news. Capcom has come out and say that they support SWTOR. That's right. This new bill that's going on that everyone's fighting, Capcom supports it. Now, you know what? I'm very interested. I don't need this. I'm very interested to see what Capcom is going to do. You know what? I'm more interested to see what Anonymous is going to do. Because we've seen the videos over the holiday season, threatening Sony and anyone else who supports, any game company who supports SWTOR. So my question is, Anonymous, are you going to go after Capcom too? I'm not threatening or anything. I'm just asking. I'm very curious to know if you will. However, I do want to talk about SWTOR a little bit, guys, because a lot of you guys have been sending me information. I want to talk about this. A lot of YouTubers on here, all right? And we're talking big-time YouTubers. I'm not talking like guys like me. Like, I'm a small fry compared to some of these people, all right? And I'll put it like this. I'm talking about YouTubers who get millions of views. Guys who brag about how they're the man, but don't do anything. If you're the man and you have all this power, why haven't you stepped up to fight this bill? That's what I'm wondering. I mean, you guys put on my fan page not too long ago, some chick was talking about, and this was the title of her YouTube video, White Girls at the Club. She had 6 million views on that, and wasn't even worth talking about. Wasn't even worth it. But she had 6 million views. With that type of power, why haven't anyone stepped up and talked about SWTOR? I'm just wondering. If you're the man, if you got the power, if you got the stroke around here, why haven't you displayed it? Because you're about yourself. That's why. You don't care what happens to anybody else. And this is what I mean about a community. You have to step up and be accounted for. I'm just saying. Now that we know that a lot of these people that are defending this bill or supporting this bill, or actually seeing it, were the same people who are actually distributing all these emulators and hacks and leaks, and even Disney was even in on it. All right. So it's amazing how all these companies step in and all of a sudden think it's a bad thing when they've made millions of dollars off of it themselves. Just saying. Anyways, guys, I'm done for the day. It's been so far pretty good. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that damn car alarm is going off. It doesn't matter. Anyways, y'all have a good weekend. I will talk to y'all later. Sports fans, I know you're asking where the sports video will start up next week. Y'all know how we do. Like I said, we're back in full effect now, baby. I'll talk to y'all then. Y'all be safe. I'm out.